Hey Mark, I've been thinking about taking a trip to South Africa, but I'm a bit concerned about safety. What's your take on traveling there?
Hi Sarah. South Africa is a beautiful country with so much to offer, but safety is definitely something to consider. It really depends on where you plan to go and how you prepare for your trip.
That's true. I've heard mixed things about safety in South Africa. Some people say it's perfectly fine, while others express concerns about crime and other issues.
Right, South Africa has a reputation for having a high crime rate, especially in some urban areas. However, it's important to note that safety can vary widely depending on the region. Cape Town and Johannesburg, for example, have areas that are more dangerous than others.
That's good to know. I was considering a visit to Cape Town, so I'll have to research which neighborhoods are safer. Are there any general safety tips you can share?
Absolutely. No matter where you go, it's essential to be cautious. Avoid displaying valuable items like expensive jewelry or electronics, and be discreet about your belongings. It's also a good idea to use reputable transportation services and stay in well-reviewed accommodations.
Thanks for the tips. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Are there any specific safety concerns that travelers should be aware of, like health or wildlife?
Health precautions are important too. South Africa is in a malaria zone, so if you plan to visit areas like Kruger National Park or the northeastern regions, you should take anti-malaria medication and use insect repellent. As for wildlife, always follow the guidelines given by park authorities and guides when on safari or in natural reserves.
I appreciate the advice, Mark. I'm also curious about political stability in South Africa. I've heard there have been some protests and demonstrations in recent years.
Yes, South Africa has experienced political unrest and protests at times. It's essential to stay informed about the current situation and avoid any areas with ongoing protests. Generally, tourist areas are less affected, but it's wise to keep an eye on news and travel advisories from your government.
That's good to keep in mind. I'll definitely stay updated on the situation as my travel dates approach. On a positive note, I've heard South Africa has incredible natural beauty and wildlife. Have you been on a safari there?
Yes, I have, and it was an unforgettable experience. South Africa is home to the Big Five: lion, elephant, buffalo, leopard, and rhinoceros, and many other incredible species. Safaris are well organized and usually very safe, as long as you follow the guidelines provided by your tour operator.
That sounds amazing. I've always wanted to see those animals in their natural habitat. Now, what about cultural experiences? I've heard South Africa has a rich and diverse culture.
Absolutely. South Africa is known for its diverse cultural heritage. You can explore the history of apartheid, visit museums, and enjoy vibrant local music, dance, and cuisine. It's a unique opportunity to learn about the country's complex history and celebrate its cultural diversity.
That's fascinating. I love experiencing different cultures when I travel. It seems like South Africa has a lot to offer in that regard. But going back to safety, do you think it's safe for solo travelers, particularly women?
South Africa can be safe for solo travelers, including women, but it's essential to take extra precautions. Traveling in groups or with a reputable tour company can add an extra layer of security. Also, be cautious when out at night, avoid poorly lit areas, and always let someone know your whereabouts.
Thanks for addressing that. Safety is a top priority for me when I travel alone. I'll make sure to take those precautions. One more question, Mark. How about the transportation system in South Africa? Is it reliable and safe?
South Africa has a reasonably reliable transportation system, especially in major cities. You can use reputable taxi services or rideshare apps like Uber. The GO train in Johannesburg and the Miss City bus in Cape Town are known for their safety and efficiency. However, be cautious when using minibus taxis, as they may not always adhere to safety standards.
Good to know about the options. I'll keep that in mind when planning my itinerary. Overall, it seems like with the right precautions and research, South Africa can be a safe and rewarding destination.
Absolutely, Sarah. South Africa offers a wealth of experiences for travelers, from stunning landscapes and wildlife to rich cultural heritage. With proper planning and awareness, you can have a fantastic and safe trip.
Thanks for all the insights, Mark. I feel much more informed now. I'll continue researching and planning, and hopefully, I'll have an incredible trip to South Africa.
You're welcome, Sarah. I hope you have a fantastic time in South Africa, and if you have any more questions or need further advice, feel free to reach out. Safe travels.